So who's running the business?
We both run it.
Yeah.
I look after the operational side. That's my background. Jason,
I'm the
marketing.
creative director, so I look after the brand, the marketing, our CSR, our communications.
Right. And so what is the split of equity at the moment?
Our shareholders hold 17% of the business to date, and Jason and I hold the rest, 83%.
So have you launched the product as yet?
Yes, we're in our third year of trading.
Yeah.
Right. What sort of areas? Is it supermarkets and stuff?
We're not in the big multiples yet.
And so what are your sales?
To date, £50,000.
£50,000.
Yep.
Charlie and Jason boast solid credentials, but have mustered only modest sales. And when placed alongside a £3 million valuation, news of their turnover has raised eyebrows rather than glasses.
Guys, can I just explore the financials so far? What's on the promise that underpins quite such a racy valuation?
Our business is a lumpy business in terms of growth. We would pick up one of the main multiples that could easily be 500 to 1,000 stores in that first run. Suddenly your numbers just absolutely leap.
Yes, but, you know, any entrepreneur can stand in here and say the numbers can get racy. What underpins valuations is some evidence. I guess that's what I'm looking for, not look, it would be amazing if we get into all the supermarkets, we'll sell loads.
I think
obviously.
actually this year actually has been quite a turning point for us, and slightly, I suppose, came out of the left field when we landed Spar. We're selling 165 cases of beer a month into them.
Can I give you maybe a context on that? So, in Scotland at the moment, the biggest selling craft brand is Punk IPA, and they average about 8 bottles per week per store. We're already at 3.5 cans of Genius per store on average. So within 3 months to do half of what the iconic craft brand's doing, Spar are very pleased with.
Charlie and Jason suggest their convenience store sales prove they have a product with the potential for rapid growth. But Tuka Suleiman is more interested in the smooth-talking duo's funding to date.
You're both great salesmen.
Thank you, Tuka. I think that's a compliment.
You've raised money successfully.
Yeah.
So how much have you raised in total?
We've raised in total 330,000.
So you've given away 17% of the business for 330,000. That is not a valuation of 3 million.
Quickly do the math, Charlie.
330, was it?
No, I know what they say.
I
I'd
think
just
we
like
maybe
to
got that
hear.
wrong. It must be more than that, Charlie, because no, I think it's over 400.
Right, okay.
Guys, can you put this out the bag, please? This is really important. How
Yeah.
much money have you raised so far? Simple question.
It's 500. We've raised in total £510,000.
And how much have you got left of that?
24,671, plus 17,000 worth of trade debtors.
You've come in with a 3 million valuation on a 50,000 turnover. You're probably losing 125 grand, 150 grand a year.
Actually, yeah, a bit worse than that, actually, 167.
Worse than that. Okay, so basically, if you're in my position, how does that sound?
Great. No, I agree with everything you're saying, but this is our pivot year now. The things we've got right is 5 years ago, we saw the vision that healthy lifestyles were coming to the alcohol space. And so this,
Okay, I agree with all that.
this is paying off
Let me
now.
give you the benefit of the doubt.
Okay.
What will your turnover be in the next 12 months?
550,000 is what we conservatively put on our turnover for
10
next.
times more turnover?
Yeah, there are 2,600 Spars up and down the country. Now, we're at 100 at the moment, and we, quite conservatively, over the next 9 months to a year, anticipate getting to just 600 of them.
You guys are great salesmen, but lousy accountants. So what I'm saying to you is that the whole numbers and the whole story doesn't stack up. So I'm out.
Jason and Charlie might talk the talk, but Tuka Suleiman has walked the walk away from the deal. Serial investor Deborah Meaden has listened to plenty of financial forecasts, but now she has a prediction of her own.
So, here's my crystal ball for you. You need to raise a big chunk of money. And I have to say, getting into Spar's great, but it's not the magic bullet. You are going to have to easily spend another £500,000 in branding. At that point, if I invested today, my percentage would be so heavily diluted that I would really not be terribly interested. So I'm afraid I'm out.
2 dragons down for Charlie and Jason, as Mystic Meaden offers a sobering glimpse into their potential future. She may be the queen of crafting rather than craft lagers, but Sarah Davies still knows the ingredients needed to brew up a hugely successful business.
The big thing that worries me is just, you know, if you walk through the door and said, 6 months we've been going, we've got a bit of traction online, and because of COVID, we haven't got a chance to get this in front of any of the buyers. But I just feel like you've had all that and they haven't bitten.
Buyers are innately conservative. They're also, in the beer space particularly, you can't overemphasize the dominance of the big brands. They own shelf space, which is why the strategy for our business is to partner with one of the big guys, because that's how you get to shelf space, and that's where the volumes go.
So are any of the big guys interested in what you're doing?
Well, can I say that one of our new investors has just retired as the chief executive of Molson Coors, and Molson Coors globally. He gets it.
You've just mentioned something really quite critical. You've just taken investment from somebody that was the CEO of Molson Coors. What did they earn in the last 5 or 6 years of being in that organisation? Let's just say, for
Huge
argument's sake, right? We know it's millions.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, okay?
Yeah.
And how much did they invest in the company?
They put 2%, so they put 60,000 in to start with.
They've put 60,000.
Yeah.
The cost of probably 4 hours in their private jet. What does that tell you?
That they have been cautious early on.
That doesn't tell me that they think this is a great business. Because if they did, they would say to you, I'll fund this business for as long as it takes because I believe in you and I'm in for the long haul. That is a major, major problem, and for that reason, sadly, I'm out.
Guys, for me, honestly, it's too high risk, low reward, not an exciting investment proposition, really. So it's not one for me today. I'm out.
4 dragons have now called time on Charlie and Jason's pitch. The duo's hopes for their healthier fermented hops now rest solely with Tej Lalvani.
Right, look, so you've got a unique product, which is half the way there. I like the idea. I would like to invest, but if I offer you 120K for 30% of the business, what are you going to say?